With this video, I would like to explain the best way we understand the active and passive components of our habits. Remember, the intensity of our habits is never good or bad. It all depends on how we use our habits. For certain situations, we need active habits, and for other situations, we need passive habits. Let me explain. For our first example, I will use the habit of problem solving. Let's say your active habit for problem solving is 20. This means that if you have the opportunity to engage and solve 100 problems, you will carefully select 20 problems that you will actively engage. What about the other 80? Nothing. You won't engage them. In other words, for the 80 remaining problems, you will take a passive position. For 20, you will take an active approach. Does it mean that you are a bad problem solver? No, not at all. It means that you are a very selective problem solver. If your active habit of problem solving was 60, the same rule would apply. When you have an opportunity to engage 100 problems, you will actively engage 60 of those problems with the aim of solving them. What about the remaining 40 problems? Nothing. Your behavior towards the 40 remaining problems will be to leave them. You might even ignore them. Let's take a more complex example. In this example, the individual has a self-confidence habit of 15 points. This means that when the individual is challenged to trust their abilities to do something they've never done before, they will carefully choose 15 of the challenges. They will select the challenges that they are most comfortable with. What about the rest? Nothing. They will just not do it. Say, for instance, the individual in this example is a lifesaver with swimming abilities to swim into the sea and save somebody who is in trouble. He is very fit and physically very strong. It will be easy for him to also row a kayak through the waves, despite the fact that he has no experience of it. But will he trust his own abilities to deliver a lecture to hundreds of people on a subject he doesn't know? Not necessarily. For this challenge, he might take a passive position of self-confidence. But for rowing the kayak through the waves, he will take an active approach. This is how all our habits work, and this is what Shadowmatch measures. It measures the relative intensity of our active habits, and in doing so, it can also quantify the intensity of the passive component related to each habit. In some situations, you need a high passive index. In other situations, you need an active habit. Both are equally important for success. It all depends on the context where we have to engage the world of work, life, and play. Shadowmatch wants to ensure success of all.